Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. Today we are going to discuss about Gakpo, Frankie de Jong and Jude Bellingham. This is a very fantastic news, very exciting news. Those are coming from the Fabrizio Romano or Ruben Van Nistelrooy himself, and Telegraph or Manchester Evening News. So those are very exciting news. So we're going to discuss those. Okay, first and foremost, let's talk about Gakpo. This is coming from the Fabrizio Romano. He said the expectation is that PSV will let Gakpo leave in January. This is very obvious one because we all know that Manchester United is planning a 50 million bids for Gakpo, and PSV is very likely to accept it because this is the club record fees. So this is a very big opportunity to make lots of money for PSV. Okay, even though they are very good at their country and Europa League, even though this Gakpo is very important for them, but this is a very good opportunity to make a lot of money. So 50 million euro is this is a really good money for them. So that's why I think this is a great opportunity, and PSV is, in my opinion, they are very likely to accept it if Manchester United actually trying to bid a 50 million bid. Okay, and Ruud van Nistelrooy himself saying that there is come a time when you can say no anymore, which means if Manchester United, in my opinion, if Manchester United making a 50 million bid for Gakpo, they're going to accept it. That is, we all know that. We all expected this. Okay, it's all a matter whether Manchester United will make it a really 50 million move, a really good 50 million move, or they are not going to make it. That is all depend. If we actually planning a 50 million bid, that's the finish. They are very, they are ready to accept it. 50 million, that is the club record fees. So that's why I think Gakpo transfer to Manchester United is very close one, in my opinion. Okay, so let's move on. The other thing is about Frankie de Jong. The fans is very tired of listening, reading the story about Frankie de Jong so many times. Back in the last summer, there were tons of story coming to every single place about the Frankie de Jong. Oh, Frankie de Jong is very close to Manchester United. He doesn't want to join Manchester United. He's left to stay at Barcelona. Story come from the so many story come to Manchester United. Or we the fans are very tired of seeing and listening them. Okay, but this is a very interesting one. Okay, so I'm gonna read it for you. This is coming from the Samuel Leska, saying that Manchester United have not closed the door on a second move for Frankie de Jong. Okay, and he continues saying this. What is this? What is come on? Okay, Frankie de Jong privately gave Erik ten Hag assurance he was happy to join Manchester United, despite publicly stressing his preference was to stay at Barcelona. Okay, he's continued. No, that's it. I think Frankie de Jong. Okay, Erik ten Hag regards Frankie de Jong a world-class talent with the requisite character to slot into the Manchester United team and offer the balance. Okay, so basically, Erik ten Hag left. Erik ten Hag left to get Frankie de Jong at Manchester United. Of course, why not? We all know how much Frankie de Jong has a quality. We all know how much quality he has. We all know how much what kind of things he is capable of. He is really fantastic midfielder, and we need him. Okay, think about our midfield. I know Christian Eriksen has been very good at Manchester United, but he's over 30, and Casemiro is over 30, and Bruno Fernandes is 28, 29, which is fine. Next 3 or 4 or 5 years, which is fine. But we have to think about that, to replace Eriksen. Okay, right now, even Eriksen gets tired, there is no one to replace them. There is no one can play like Eriksen at Manchester United at the moment. Right now, we have a 3 midfielder which is useless. Right now, I think yes, Erik ten Hag, Scott McTominay has been fantastic. Yes, but it is not good enough. This is not good enough. Fred, we have to sell him. Fred is not good enough to play for Manchester United under Erik ten Hag. Scott McTominay, even Tony Van de Beek, they are not good enough at the moment under Erik ten Hag for Manchester United. That's why we have to sign, and we know that. That's why we are trying to sign a new midfielder, but it is very difficult. I don't think Manchester United were trying to sign in January for Frankie de Jong, because there's no way we could sign. The only thing and the priority thing Manchester United to sign or to do in January is to sign Cody Gakpo. That is clear as a crystal, because we have to spend at least 75 million euros to sign Frankie de Jong. There is no way our club is going to spend that amount of money in January transfer window, because they spent 200 million pounds over the summer, and they are trying to spend 50 million pounds on a Cody Gakpo, which means there is no way we are going to sign a player who is worth 75 million euro at least. So there is no way. In summer, yes, there is a way, but when it's come to summer transfer window, it is very complicated to say that, because at the moment we all know that there is no chance to do so many business in the January transfer window, because now at the moment Glazer are trying to sell the whole club. So there is they are doing busy business in January transfer window. They are trying to sell the first quarter of 2023 the whole club. They are trying to sell the whole club the first quarter of the 2023, which means January, February, and March. They are trying to sell before at the end of the March. So they are very busy. This is not selling the sneaker. This is not like selling the laptop. This is selling the whole club, which is very difficult to do the process. So can they even consider to sign Cody Gakpo even January? I'm not sure. That's why there is no way we could sign 75 million pounds player in January transfer. That's why it is likely to be happen in summer. When it's come to talk about summer transfer window, there is nothing we can assure about. Okay, there's nothing anyone can guarantee that we are going to spend 75 million for Frankie de Jong, that we are going to sign a new midfielder. There is no way we can guarantee that, because there are so many players we are trying to sign. Number one, we're trying to sign a goalkeeper, and secondly, a midfielder, thirdly, maybe even the right back, and Cody Gakpo right now. So there's no way we can do so much business in this short period of time. So in the summer, yes, there is a way, but are we actually trying to sign? I'm not sure of that. Okay, so this is about Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong is open to join, but not here, not at the moment, not January transfer window. Erik ten Hag left him to play for Manchester United under him, yes, and we love to see him at Manchester United. The problem is there is no way in January transfer window. Okay, there's no way we see him at Manchester United. I wish this transfer happen in the summer, because we need player like a Frankie de Jong. Okay, so let's move on to another story. Shall we? Okay, this is about this is about Jude Bellingham. Okay, this is coming from the Samuel Leska. Is saying that Manchester United have not closed the door on a second move for Frankie de Jong and could make another pitch to Jude Bellingham. Okay, he continues saying, senior source at Manchester United believe Jude Bellingham could create history at the club by helping them end their Premier League title drought, set to stick past a decade. Erik ten Hag is such a major admirer of Jude Bellingham. He has told confidence that if he could sign any player in the world, it will be Borussia Dortmund midfielder. Okay, and that's it. That's it. Okay, wait. Yes, that's it. No. Okay, this is coming from the Telegraph. Luke Edwards. He is saying that Manchester United will move to sign England midfielder Jude Bellingham in the summer and will save him the idea of becoming the leader of a new era at Old Trafford to tempt him. Basically, if we make a conclusion about this transfer, we are trying to sign Jude Bellingham in the summer, even though we know that we have a little chance. There is a reason why I'm saying there is only little chance we sign Jude Bellingham. Number one, at the price tag is super high. There is no way we can afford 140 million euros on one player. And number two, there are a lot of rivalry clubs who are now doing better than us, except from Liverpool. Liverpool is trying to sign Jude Bellingham, and they are ready to spend at least 100 million euros for Jude Bellingham, which is most likely to happen if they actually trying to bid, if they make offer to for Jude Bellingham to Borussia Dortmund. So they are the first team who is very favorite to sign Jude Bellingham. Secondly, Manchester City, who can afford many, it doesn't matter amount of, it doesn't matter how much does it cost to sign Jude Bellingham, okay, because they are trying to replace, Gundogan. Gundogan is getting older, he is getting slowly, even though he is a technical player, but Manchester City were trying to sign Jude Bellingham to replace Gundogan. The other giant team is Real Madrid. The reason Real Madrid trying to sign, even though they have a Jude Bellingham, even though they have a Chouamani and Belverde and Camavinga, they are trying to replace Toni Kroos or Luka Modric with the Jude Bellingham, and they are ready to spend 100 millions at least for him because they don't have any position to sign. They are a complete team. They just need to sign one player, that is a Jude Bellingham, to replace Luka Modric or Toni Kroos, because it's likely that Luka Modric is 37-year-old. He's getting older, even though he is doing a fantastic job. And Toni Kroos is there is a lot of rumors about Toni Kroos is going to retire at the end of the season. So that's why Real Madrid is going to sign Jude Bellingham. So there are a lot of rivalry giant team, and except from Liverpool, Manchester City is winning. Manchester City has been winning so many titles. Real Madrid is winning so many big titles. We were nothing. We are nothing. We don't even, we can't even build a great team. Of course, this is the start era, the Eric Ten Hag, he is doing fine, yes, but when it's come to trying to sign a player who is wanted by so many giant clubs, we have a chance, very little, this chance, because number one, we couldn't afford 140 million euros for Jude Bellingham because we have to sign any other option. 40 million for right back, 40 million for center back, 75 million for David De Gea, goalkeeper, 50 million for Cody Gakpo, 75 million or 100 million for midfielder. Think about it. There is no way we could try to compete with the other team to sign Jude Bellingham. That's why I don't think it is going to happen. But the most likely midfielder to come to Manchester is, I believe it is Frankie de Jong. I believe it is a Frankie de Jong. So this is a story. This is a lot of interesting story from the so many sources that we trust. So what do you think about this story? Make sure on the comment below. Thanks for watching, guys.